What is the difference between a pro editor and an amateur editor? A pro obviously gets paid, or at least paid more. Amateur does a lot of videos for free, even if they occasionally get paid. And if you want to do video editing full-time, or you already do that, want to improve your business, here's the most valuable things in my experience as a video editor, whether skills or qualities to have in order to give your clients the best product possible. I'm going to start off with one we already know is be organized. I want to see everybody's projects, folders and subfolders have a naming system implemented for your workflow. And not only that, but help your client be organized. If they improve in that skill as they work with you, that shows off your value as a video editor, somebody they're hiring, they're going to want to hire again. All right, number 2, this is my favorite tip. Have systems in place to give consistent results.
And this is fucking huge.
If you're a professional video editor, that is your business. And you're usually giving that video to another business. So by speaking their language, maybe it'll help you get the job. They'll understand what the exchange of value is. And number 2, it helps yourself be consistent in giving really great video edits to your client. An example of this is how to give an edit to a director who may want to edit on top of yours. I learned this from work with another director. So usually when I edit, I film it. I'm a videographer. I'm usually a one-man band. I learned how to edit with other editors. One huge thing is having a project file where everything's just synced and set together, but I haven't finalized my edits on this. I duplicated the project, and that's the project file in which I do all my final edits on. This was extremely helpful for the project. I actually do this for myself nowadays in case I ever want to go back and reference footage that I may have trimmed or cut. It saves time, and that's the key. What gives you the best results? Doing what? Write it down, keep doing it consistently. Number 3, less mistakes. This is huge. You decided to do this for a living. There is a level of quality and there's a reputation what you're building. In order to get hired, to have your friends want to hire you, build your network, build your portfolio, and level up in your career. You don't want to appear as a kid they hired, gave a couple $100 to, and got something janky. You don't want to have any mistakes. I see a lot of videos where the adjustment layer for color correction is like a frame off, or there's the wrong export settings, whether the wrong frames per second or aspect ratio. These are unacceptable in the professional field. So go back to my previous tip, have a system in place, maybe have project files set up to common aspect ratios. Make it easier. Just because you're holding yourself to a higher standard, if you have systems in place, then you're doing more professional work and it's easier. Better work doesn't have to be harder. It just has to have the right thought behind it. There's still things to this day which I'm just learning, whether an editing shortcut or anything that for some reason out of thousands of hours on YouTube just went over my head and I have no idea. If you had one of those moments where you learned something recently, like drop a comment to help a fellow video editor out. Number 4, good audio. Now this is harder if you're a videographer because you have to own the audio equipment as well. I feel for you guys, it's tough. That's why it's so important to know the business side, price yourself correctly. I have a common preset I use, multi-band compressor. If I'm doing a voiceover or anything, takes up the lows of the audio, makes it consistent. Little things like that. Professional sound design. Have a couple packs of sound effects you really like and use from project to project. We have a video Loadout crescendo pack. Really cinematic sound effects I use pretty much every project. And because not a lot of people do that, my project's automatically gonna look a lot better than 80% of the stuff out there. Tip number 7 is pick a style and commit. There can be weird videos where half of it is edited with certain overlays that give a mixed media style, but the other half is totally different. Be consistent. Commit to the style that you went for. A documentary with dramatic atmosphere, commit to that. And the big thing is using consistent sound effects, visual effects. You want the same overlays established. If you want to make your cuts look like they were filmed with a film texture, use it throughout. Basically, that shows everybody that you pulled off the concept and that you can be trusted to execute a vision. Last tip to be a pro editor and to really move up in that position as well. I don't know if you guys saw this coming. It's communication with your client. So this is away from the computer. This is away from your editing tips and tricks. It's how do I talk to the client before I even get this project done or while I'm working on it. One, be sure in email, in writing, pro tip, tell them how you plan to execute your vision, their vision for the project. Not only are you giving them a good quality project, you are giving them exactly what you communicated you would a week or two before, where you told them what kind of video they're making. Let them know what to expect for revisions. Let them know when you're going to be available to talk in the first place. Hey, I'm going to check my phone or email at lunch, and I'm going to turn off my phone so I can focus. Let them know when to expect a reply, the finished video itself. And what this does, it equals a great client experience. And that's a big piece of the pie when it comes to whether they're going to hire you back again or tell somebody to help you build your network. This is what and how enjoyable the process was working with you as a freelancer business. If you nail this, and be sure to follow up with them if you want to be hired consistently. Alright guys, that's enough for this video. I have a whole series talking about pro videographers, pro video editors. I have a cinematic sound design video. Guys, I hope this was valuable. If it is, please like and subscribe. I'm going to give you as much value as I can. And please feel free to check out other content on this Video Loadout channel. And thanks for spending some time with me. Cheers.